Good morning, everybody, and thank you for joining me for another Saturday Stash Dive. And this weekend, I am teamed up with Tuesday Hubbard, and we came up with a collaboration of using our stash with things like, at first it was going to be triangles, and then we decided to do clouds. They're kind of challenging for both of us. And then she came up with the color combo of blues and creams. And I'm like, blues and creams, yeah, that's great. I had a hard time with it, and I don't know if it was because it's what I had to use or what, but I kind of struggled a little bit, but I think the end result turned out okay. I'm just showing you some different embellishments and papers and such from my stash. Those are just some scrap papers I got out of my blue bin drawer of my scrap drawer. And for a hot minute, I thought about using this Daydreamer collection or that piece of paper, but I ended up going with one from Dear Lizzie instead. A couple of them from Dear Lizzie. So we were just gonna, I didn't know if I wanted to just use clouds as an accent for a general picture, and then I was going through the pictures that I had taken during my trip cross country with my parents. And my dad, he's so cute. He they have cell phones but not smartphones. They still have the flip up, the older style cell phone, so he didn't really know how to use the camera and such. But there's so much great scenery while I was driving, but I couldn't exactly take pictures while I was driving all the time, so I showed him how to use the camera, and every once in a while he would just pick up my phone and get the camera out and just start snapping away, which I loved. And so I came across quite a few pictures of scenery with some really great clouds. And I was thinking about doing a cluster of pictures, and then I decided on just one, just because I had already put filters on some of these pictures, and some were turning out darker than others. But this one particular picture, I made it darker in color. You can still see the mountains and the road, of course, but I did that because it made the clouds look so intense, and it was just gorgeous. And I liked it so much I decided to use just that one by itself. So here I decided to do a little bit of painting with my Heidi Gold Swap. That's funny. Heidi Swap Gold Lame, and I'm just taking a paintbrush, and I'm just going to draw a circle on here. Right now, I really have no rhyme or reason what I'm going to be doing. I just felt like doing something different. And I just thought a round circle might go with the shapes of the clouds, because clouds are kind of billowy and soft and, rounded. And the only thing cloud related that I really have, I have two sizes of cloud punches, and I believe they're Fiskars. And I got them at Joann Fabrics last summer. And I've seen tons and tons of great layouts using clouds, but I don't know. I just think of like baby, or I think of maybe a rainy day. So it was just kind of a struggle for me to use it in a general sense. But yeah, see that picture? The hills on the sides are kind of darker, but I just love how it makes the clouds look. So all I'm doing is I'm just randomly punching out some clouds. The day before, and this is something else, we were going to do a 2-page layout, and I was struggling hard. I texted Tuesday, and I'm like, girl, the struggle is real. I can't believe that all I used to do was 2-page layouts. I said, I've done 1-page, single-page layouts for so long. And she was like, I know, me too. And she said, I already went through 2 pieces of paper already that I've scrapped because I didn't like what I was doing. I said, me too. And I said, you want to go back to single? She's like, yes, please. So that's what that was. But the designs I was coming up with for my 2-page layout seemed very reminiscent of how I used to scrapbook. So it looked really old school, And yeah, I was just having a horrible, horrible time. But anyway, so that was something else. I had bought this paper from Studio Calico, actually quite a few months ago, and it's gold vellum, and it kind of looks like a honeycomb pattern. And I just thought, since I was using the Heidi Swapp Gold Lame, I would go ahead and use some of this vellum too. I was hoarding it, and I'm like, why am I hoarding this? So I just pulled it out and decided to use it, and I ended up really liking it. Here I'm cutting straight, but I end up tearing it around 3 of the edges because I bump it up against the edge of the cardstock on one side. So I end up just kind of, you know, making things not so straight. I don't know what I was trying to think of. It's kind of late. Usually I do my voiceovers in the morning, but my parents came over and I had made some fried chicken and some mashed potatoes and corn on the cob tonight, and it was so good. But I'm just now getting to do my voiceover. So I thought I would add my blue, because so far I didn't have a lot of blue for our color combination. The cream obviously is that Dear Lizzie background paper from Lucky Charm. So I decided to pull out my watercolors. I haven't used my watercolors in a while, and I start panicking because I'm just making a mess. I'm not sure what I was doing at all, and then that one line went over and I'm like, oh crud. So I just keep playing, and in the end it really turned out just fine. So it just goes to prove that really there's no mistakes. It's just kind of, you know, subjective, and sometimes the mistakes turn out really, really well. And other times you just have to put it away and pull it back out again another day. So anyway, then I was doing some flicks at the bottom, and my brush accidentally hit the paper and made kind of like a big stroke. And I'm like, oh, for the love of Pete. So so I painted down at the bottom too to just kind of make it look like I meant to do that. So I give up with the painting here pretty soon and just move on to something else. Yeah, so I'm literally just thinking, what am I going to do with this page at this point? Because I had, like I said, no rhyme or reason, nothing planned, and I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants. This also came from the Dear Lizzie line. I think it's also Lucky Charm, but it's a dark blue paper with lighter blue polka dots. I know it looks black, but it's not. It is blue. Oh, look, my nails even match layout. I really love these Saturday Stash dives that, you know, since I've been on this design team, it's really forced me to use what I have, and not even force me to use. I mean, I'm really loving that I am using my products and supplies. And actually, my husband doesn't even mind much when I do want to buy stuff, because he knows I'm going to use it. You know, it's not like I buy it and just put it away and never touch it. You know, I used to do that because, you know, you get something really pretty and you just don't want to use it. And you just want to look at it for a while. And I don't anymore. I use it because, do you know why? Because I've purged some things last year that I loved at one time, and I ended up really not liking it anymore. And that's such a waste. I donated it and stuff, you know, to a really good cause actually. But yeah, I'm like, I'm just going to use my things while I like them. So far, you know, now that this is kind of, you know, ripping the vellum, the reason I decided to rip the vellum was I ripped the bottom piece of that blue paper, and then the blue paint is just kind of, you know, wishy-washy and not very straight and narrow. So I just decided to, you know, tear that vellum up a little bit to match the feel for this. And I already had some pre-punched clouds out that I had done for the 2-page layout I was trying to do the day prior. And the polka dots ended up not going with this layout like they were going to go on the one the day prior. But I pulled them out anyway, and I just kind of set them up there. I inked the edges on them so that they would pop and stand out a little bit more. Some of my favorite clouds are the blue chevron ones up there that you see. And then I had some cream paper that had type, like they were out of a book or something. Those were super, super cute. I really, really like those a lot. And then, like I said, I just used Some Project Life cards and just scrap pieces of paper from close to my heart. Now, Ellen, she's the guest designer this month, and so she added to mine and Tuesday's challenge that we came up with on our own. She wanted us to use clusters using washi tape. And I use washi tape, but I don't use it as much as I should. And why did I pick yellow? Well, because I didn't have blue. The blues I had just didn't go at all, or they were the wrong kind of theme. They were super bright and polka dotty or confetti-like, and it just wasn't matching. So I used two different yellows here, and the thicker yellow one has some blue in it. And then I put the yellow stripe over top. So I didn't mind it so much once I got these embellishment clusters going. Yeah, I didn't think the washi tape was going to work out very well at first. And this is the first time of me using these letters, and they're really cute. They're cream with gold diagonal stripes, and so I just pulled out the word clouds, and I have some wood veneer. I have a car, I have one that says road trip, and then I have the geotag. And my title is going to be Where the Earth Meets the Clouds. I thought that was kind of nice because that's what the picture just reminds me of. The mountain in the distance is touching the clouds, and the title just made me feel good, so that's what I went with. Let me see. Down below, it's kind of hard to see. I had taken my circle punch and punched out a 2-inch circle, and then I took my cloud punch and I punched a cloud out of it and then backed it with blue paper, and I put that on pop dots, and I just thought that was kind of fun. I added some clouds down below. I know clouds are supposed to be high in the sky, but you know, it's my page and I felt like putting some clouds down there with that cluster as well. And actually I really like that look, and you're going to be very excited because I also, was it the next day or later on that night after making this layout? I think it was later on this day. I sat down and I forced myself to use my cloud punches again, and I made an adorable page using my cloud punch and some vellum. So that one should be up in a couple of days. But I wanted to continue to challenge myself to use this cloud punch because I really haven't used it much since I bought it last summer. So if you have some, you know, pull it out and use it. And I would love, love, love for you to tag me in it. I would love to see what you came up with, or post the video link to this page down below in the comment section, and I will be sure to watch it. And I know Tuesday would love to see it as well. Please check out her channel. She's fabulous, of course, so gifted, and her layout is really, really good. I love it so much. And so I will link I'll have her link down below in the description, so you can just click on that and go on over to her channel and check out what she has come up with. And I think Ellen is doing one as well. I'm not for sure how the guest designers work, if they just give us a challenge or if they do it as well. But I ended up really, really liking this page. It's different from what I normally do, and I've covered up most of that circle, but you can see hints of it up top to the right, in between the clouds, and down below. And I just really think it helps your eye flow around the page. So I'm just going to cut the ends off here. And this was somewhere in Montana. So I just wrote Montana, May 2014, because I always want to remember when this was. And I have so many pictures of some beautiful country that I need to scrapbook, and I've been a scrapbooking fiend. I have one still in queue. This is going up. You'll see it today, and then I have like 4 more to voice over and upload. And I've been trying to scrap every single day. I do have errands, and I am busy. You know, and my parents come over and visit, but I really am enjoying this time. School is going to be starting in August, and it's going to be the hardest semester I've ever faced, and well, it's my last one, so God willing, I pass nursing school. So I'm really just wanting to enjoy this time and be creative, and you know, I would really love to get the Washington and California trip pictures done, and in my travel album before the summer is over. I've never had a travel album, so I'm pretty excited about that. Did a lot of traveling this summer, but I outlined the papers and around the edges, and that just really set it off. I loved it so much. Worked out really well. I'm going to add some black dots, and the only reason I'm doing black is to kind of pull in the hills on the side of the road here in the picture, to kind of, you know, pull it together, and to go with that darker blue cloud up above. And some Wink of Stella, my clear Wink of Stella. I decided to give the clouds some shimmer, so I'm going over with that, and it's just a really light hue of shimmer, and I love it so much. And I also added some sequins around the page in different shades of blue and silver, and I know I have gold on there, but it worked out. And I also have a couple of gold sequins as well. But silver and gold, I'm not afraid to use those two together. Some people are. Even my jewelry, I have gold jewelry, silver jewelry, and then I have some that are two-tone gold and silver, and I just throw it all together. It works out just fine. So I hope this